Ladies and gentlemen, I belong to Osaka Kawasaki Rehabilitation University. It's an honor to present our research today. Our topic is sarcopenia prevalence, cognitive associated factors, the risk of mortality and disability in old adults. In this study, there is no conflict of interest declared. Now, do you know what sarcopenia is? Sarcopenia is a progressive skeletal muscle disorder. It's said to be related to cognitive factors, cognitive function, and it has risk of mortality and has risk of becoming serious physical disorder, such as relative. In this study, we try to investigate sarcopenia prevalence, cognitive factors, and other factors such as mortality and ancient disability. The participants of our study are 917 Japanese men and women aged 65 years or older. We assess sarcopenia based on the AWGS 2019 criteria. Then we use elaborate analysis of violence to test the prevalence of sarcopenia. Please look at this table. The total prevalence of was 11.5% in men and 16.7% in women. According to elaborate analysis, among men, there are 4 factors: hypoalbuminemia, cognitive impairment, low activity, and recent hospitalization. They are significantly related with sarcopenia. And among women, they are 2 factors: cognitive impairment and depressed mood. In conclusion, we found sex-specific patterns of correlation with sarcopenia. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Masataka Oti from Osaka Kawasaki Rehabilitation University. I'm happy to have a chance to talk about our research. The title of our presentation is Association between Cognitive Function and Activities of Daily Living in Older Fracture Patients. Before making this presentation, be clear that we have no financial relationship with any organization. Now, I'll talk about the background of our research. According to the Japanese government's report, the aging rate in Japan is 28%. This means there will be more elderly people with cognitive impairments. It's already known that cognitive impairment is an inhibitor of rehabilitation. However, the impact of the severity of cognitive impairment on outcome of rehabilitation was not clear. Therefore, in this study, we aim to clarify the impact of the cognitive impairment and its severity on activities of daily living assessed as a result of rehabilitation. Next, I talk about the method of our research. The inclusion criteria for the study are shown on the slide. There were 683 patients, aged around 80, most of them women. We use these indexes to measure ADL and cognitive function. Based on the score, we classify the severity of dependent level of ADL and cognitive impairment. These 2 were grouped together as the independent or light assistance groups. Assessments were performed at 3 time points. The chi-square test was used for statistical analysis. Please take a look at this slide. The horizontal axis shows pre-injury, admission, and discharge. The vertical axis shows the percentage of independent or light assistance groups by the severity of cognitive impairment. There is no significant difference in the percentage of independent or light assistance groups between no impairment and mild impairment groups are discharged. Let me conclude my presentation. In this study, we have shown that mild cognitive impairment may not adversely affect rehabilitation. Therefore, future studies should identify effective rehabilitation modalities for patients with moderate and severe cognitive impairment. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone. My name is Wataru Ichinose. I'm majoring in the area of motor function science at Osaka Kawasaki Rehabilitation University. I give a presentation on walking time and gait function. There is no COI disclosure in this presentation. Well, take a look at this diagram. Do you know what percentage of Japan's population will be 75 years old or older in 2025? The baby boom generation is turning 75 then. This will result in about 1 in 3 population will be 75 years old or older in 2025. Today, supporting elderly people is a serious problem nationwide. Now we move on to the background of our study. Walking speed in the elderly is said to be strongly associated with basic motor skills, such as muscle strength and standing balance. Therefore, in this study, we examine relationships among physical, cognitive, and mental functions. We assess their physical function by 9 items such as 5-meter fastest walking time, the MMSE was used to assess cognitive function, and the GDS5 was used to assess mental function. Please look at this table. The result of the single correlation analysis showed significant correlation with the 5-meter fast walking time for all measures. Now, let me conclude our presentation. There are five factors were identified as influencing the 5-meter fast walking time. Statistically, we observe that higher the CS30 height, quadriceps muscle strength, and open eye single leg pedal stance time, the lower the GDS5, and the faster the 5-meter maximum walking speed. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone. My name is Kita Aoki, and I belong to Osaka Kawasaki Rehabilitation University. It's an honor to present our research in front of you all today. Our study is about the verbal responses after ventricular peritoneal. In this study, there is no conflict of interest to declare. To begin with, I talk about the background of our study. Are you familiar with obsessive compulsive disorder? It's a mental disorder. A person with it cannot stop an attitude and action. It is widely known that disorder is strongly associated with frontotemporal dementia. However, only a few cases are being reported as the disorder appearing in verbal responses. In this study, we experienced such a case after physician surgery. Therefore, we attempted to analyze the verbal response of a case of excessive verbal reaction after physician surgery. Our subject is a 43-year-old female housewife. She is right-handed. Her education background is a high school graduate. She developed consciousness disorder at home and was admitted to a hospital with a diagnosis of subarachnoid hemorrhage. On the 162nd, she was admitted to hospital for rehabilitation. At that time, her response was poor, and she was a page immune. On the 348th day, physician surgery was performed. This image shows a CT image for head after physician. After the physician surgery, she showed increased speech volume. Euphoric symptoms and disinhibition. In addition, the same utterances repeatedly appeared. In this study, the standardized language test for aphasia as the use of verbal responses were analyzed. Please take a look at this line graph. The black line shows the result of this first session, and the blue line shows the result of the second session on the second SLTA. On the column read aloud item, switching became difficult. Once an incorrect response was made, and all post responses became sustained responsive. Let us conclude our presentation. In this study, we analyzed the verbal response of a case of obsessive verbal reaction after physician surgery. That's all. Thank you very much.